Ireland's presidency of the European Union a year ago. And this state visit is a tremendous occasion. Hopefully for both countries, it's a tremendous occasion for us here in the UK. I was with Her Majesty the Queen in 2011 on the state visit to Ireland, and I will never forget the importance and the warmth of that visit and how Her Majesty was greeted in Ireland. And so I hope we are succeeding in reciprocating that here this week. But it's a great pleasure to see Eamon here with the President as well, and we're looking forward to our discussions today.
Well, you are indeed reciprocating it. I think the welcome that the President and the entire delegation has received here is extremely warm, and indeed I do recall that you did accompany Her Majesty when she came to Ireland in 2011, and indeed we did a number of things around that visit, as you recall, the launch, for example, of the British-Irish Chamber of Commerce. And I think you yourself remarked when you were invited to the event that you thought maybe it was the 50th anniversary or the 75th anniversary of the launch. In fact, it was the launch, but and when you think of the fact that there's about €1 billion in trade between the two countries, that's quite remarkable. I think that the state visit, I think, is a very important further step in the relationship between Britain and Ireland, and that, of course, is a relationship that you and I have a particularly unique responsibility for as our respective foreign ministers, and we are, of course, taking the opportunity of the state visit to sit down and discuss a number of issues that are on our respective agendas, including ways in which I think we can work together more closely, as indeed we have been doing. And I think one of the things that I've been very pleased about is the very good working relationship that I enjoy with you.
Well, thank you very much. Any quick questions?
Yeah, Tanaiste, can I ask you, last night the Queen indicated that certainly she and members of the royal family would like to stand shoulder to shoulder with Ireland when it comes to commemorations such as the First World War and indeed the foundation of the Free State. Would you be up to issuing an invitation for the Queen or other members of the royal family to visit Ireland in 2016?
Well, this is something that we've been talking about for some time in the context of the commemorations that are now underway, events that took place 100 years ago. And both the British and the Irish government are very conscious that we should do this together, that we should commemorate the things that we share together. This is a shared history. I was very pleased to hear what Her Majesty had to say last night. The idea of perhaps members of the royal family participating in the 1916 events is something that we have talked about before. I spoke about it, for example, when I gave an address to the British-Irish Association in Cambridge last September. The Taoiseach has talked about it recently, and I was very pleased to hear the Queen reference that in her speech last night. It is something that we should do together, and I think the government will consider issuing an invitation to participation in these events.
Exactly.
Well, I think with all these very important centenaries coming up over the next 4 years, it's very important for us to commemorate these things together in a way that helps to bring people together for the future. And I think that's entirely in line with what Eamon has just been saying.
And that includes the rising commemorations in 1916.
Well, yeah, I think all the events of that period, remember how many lives were lost in so many conflicts all around the world in that period, and I think with all of them, including in commemorating the Easter Rising, it is important to observe those principles that I was just talking about, that we commemorate them together in a way that helps to bring people together for the future. Okay, well, let's go and have our talk. Thank you.